Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may now be seated. Good evening. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Reid Ross Classical School, we welcome you as we embark on the 38th graduation ceremony in honor of C. Reid Ross. Today is truly a day to celebrate as we recognize the accomplishments of each young man and woman in front of us. Special thanks goes to every parent, guardian, supporting relative, and school staff member who went the extra mile to ensure that students had what they needed to succeed. For your convenience, a professional photographer from Life Touch Studios will photograph each graduate as they receive their diploma. Portraits will be available for viewing at events.lifetouch.com in 10 business days for you to view and purchase. At this time, I would like to welcome our principal, Reid Ross Classical Schools, Ms. Tyson Johnson, to the podium.
Greetings. It is my great honor on behalf of the faculty and staff of Reid Ross Classical School to welcome each and every one of you here today to the commencement ceremony for our graduating class of 2023. First, I would like to introduce our honored guest joining us here on the stage today. We would ask that you please stand and be recognized. Superintendent of Cumberland County Schools, Dr. Marvin Connolly, Jr. Members of the Cumberland County Board of Education are Mrs. Deanna Jones, Board Chair, Miss Jacqueline Brown, Mrs. Alicia Chisholm, Mrs. Donna Van, Mr. Greg West, Mrs. Susan Williams. Representing the Superintendent's Cabinet, Dr. Melody Chalmers McLean, Associate Superintendent of Student Support Services, Mr. Kelvin Coleman, Associate Superintendent of Auxiliary Services, Dr. Jane Fields, Associate Superintendent of School Support Services, Dr. Malata Hill, Chief Academic Officer of Curriculum and Instructional Programs, Mr. Ruben Reyes, Associate Superintendent of Human Resources, Mr. Nicholas Soika, Cumberland County Schools Board Attorney, Dr. Lindsay Whitley, Associate Superintendent of Communications and Community Engagement. Dr. Christine Catalano, Assistant Superintendent of K-12 Curriculum and Instruction. Dr. Tanjay Robertson, Area Superintendent of High School School Support. Representing Reid Ross Classical High School, Assistant Principal, Ms. Kristen Etchison. Assistant Principal, Ms. Carmen McFarland. Class of 2023, valedictorian, Danya Grady. Class of 2023, salutatorian, Jada Moraine. You may now be seated. In order to ensure that everyone has the opportunity to hear and see all aspects of today's ceremony, and for those that may be watching from abroad, when we begin calling names, we ask that you quietly stand when you hear your graduate's name called. We respectfully ask that all of our guests refrain from whistling, calling out, or applauding, as it distracts from the dignity of this solemn occasion, and we want to ensure that everyone is able to hear their graduate's name called. This is the final opportunity for the class of 2023 of Reid Ross Classical School to leave an indelible mark on the history and traditions of our school. So in order to have a perfect graduation, as well as let your graduates know how much you love them and are proud of them, we are going to give you 15 seconds to shout, yell, and scream to the rafters for your graduates before we get started and when I ask them to stand. Class of 2023, please stand. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Thank you. You may be seated. Graduates and everyone in attendance, today we are sitting in the midst of excellence as our graduating scholars have proven not only to be brilliant, but resilient. Graduates, despite experiencing various changes and challenges, you have epitomized perseverance and therefore provided us with the privilege to celebrate you today. Your graduating class consists of an ambitious, creative, and accomplished group of scholars. Whether participating in the performing arts on stages around North Carolina, earning prestigious student government and other extracurricular organizational awards, participating in athletics at schools all over Cumberland County, designing and sewing your own prom attire, volunteering for more than 2,880 community service hours, and earning over $123,650 in scholarship money. You have exemplified what it means for academics and the arts to embrace excellence. After tonight, many of you will prepare to enter the workforce, college or military. Please understand that whatever path you select, it is your path to take. If you remain committed to your goals, you will be successful. For those of you who are a little uncertain about what the future has in store for you, understand that you have what it takes to be truly phenomenal. Greatness already dwells inside of you. Even when obstacles come, know that they will only make you stronger. Before you continue your life's journey, take a moment to reflect upon the experiences and the people who have contributed to where you are today. The moments you spent extra time working on special projects, the clubs and committees you were committed to, the jobs you worked after school while still ensuring you were meeting graduation requirements, all brought you here today. Be proud of yourself because you did it. However, you did not get to this moment alone. Whether it is the teacher who pushed you further than you thought you could go, that special friend you could always count on, or the family member who made sure you had everything you need to be successful, be sure to show your appreciation to them in your own special way. For it is a great gift of value to know that someone is in your corner. Your class has the reputation of being a close-knit group who advocates for each other. Do not lose that fighting spirit. And in the words of Edgar Albert Guest, don't quit. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to snap, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure turns about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late when the night slipped down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near, even though it seems so far. So stick to the fight with your hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. Reid Ross Classicals, class of 2023, you have made it here tonight because you did not quit. Remain strong, be confident, persevere through adversity, never give up. And in the words of Minor Myers Jr., go in the world and do well, but most importantly, go in the world and do good. Congratulations. At this moment, students, graduates, and alumni of Reid Ross Classical, please stand for the singing of our alma mater from the musically talented vocal group, Harmonic Melody.
Reid Ross Classical School, long live thy name. Dear Reid Ross Classical School, long live your fame. With high and noble standards, you're better than the rest. You'll always be so dear to us, dear Reid Ross School.
You may be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce our 2023 salutatorian, Ms. Jada Moraine.
It is often the small steps, not the giant leaps, that bring about the most change. And for the last 4 years, we as a class have been stepping towards this day, this big change, our high school graduation. I would like to start out by letting you all know how extremely proud I am. I am proud to be your vice president, proud to be your salutatorian, but most of all, proud to be your peer. I am proud to be a part of such an amazing class. I am proud of your drive, all of your accomplishments, and how far you've come, how far we have come. We have gone from wearing black and white at our 8th grade pinning ceremony to wearing light blue cap and gowns today. And may I just add that we look good. We did it, y'all. We put in the work, all the assignments, projects, after-school clubs, and volunteer hours have all built up to this moment. But make no mistake, this is no time to sit idle. Soon, we will be entering college, the workforce, or the armed forces. And I need you all to be on your P's and Q's. Make new friends, but don't forget about us. Keep up with your work, your classes, have fun, and grow into the people I know you can be. Walk the path set out for you, and be proud to say that you left your mark on Cougar Nation. Be proud to say that we were here, we lived, we loved, we were here, we did, we've done everything that we wanted, and it was more than we thought it would be. We have left our mark, so now everyone will know we were here. I am so glad to be sharing this time with the best people and the best class. I am going to miss you all very much and know that I love each and every one of you. 23, we're out. We're out, y'all. We're out. Yeah. Now I would like to introduce our 2023 valedictorian, Danya Grady.
Good evening, guests in the graduating class of 2023. We finally made it to our graduation day. After several years of saying, I can't wait to graduate, especially the last few months, we're finally here. I'm so proud of every single one of you here today. We've persevered through so many unforeseen obstacles at this school. We've gone through a lot of hardship that has only made us that much stronger as a class. Conflict, teacher burnout, and multiple parts of the school year being virtual because of the global pandemic. We made it through several years of DGPs, several fire scares, and 8th grade science as a whole. We learned to adapt and persevere no matter the obstacle, because that's just what we do. Everything we've gone through here has shaped us into the people we are today, readying us for the world ahead of us, whether we're going to college, the workforce, the military, or just taking a little break. I want to say thank you to the teachers who stuck by our side and helped us get here today and never gave up on us. And an especially big thanks to the family and friends who provided that much needed support to help us keep it pushing through the senioritis. As we leave here today, putting a close to this eventful chapter of our lives, I want you all to remember everything you've learned throughout the years and use it to become the best versions of yourselves in this new era of your lives. Every single one of you here today in this graduating class has the chance and the ability to make something of yourself. Now we just have to do it. And as you're navigating this new world, I want you all to remember to stay true to yourselves and to continue to never give up. The possibilities now are endless. As former law professor Michael Josephson once said, take pride in how far you've come, have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey. So, class of 2023, walk this stage, get that diploma, and start the first stage of your new lives. Now we will have another selection by Harmonic Melody. Thank you.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me. Oh, stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Ooh, stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me. Oh, stand by me.
Thank you, Harmonic Melody. At this time, it is my honor to present the 2023 candidates for graduation. Please hold all applause until all candidates have been recognized. Christopher Bailey Almond. Natavion Rondell Barrett. Amaya Renee Brazel. Emmanuel James Brees. Marcus Aaron Brown. Ashley Marie Burden. Natalie Burgos Sanabria. Talia Michelle Bird. Chisiah Henry Coleman. Aiden John Contreras Mota. Michael Scott Daniels. Cameron Remedios Davis. Sarah Paige Dudding. Jasmine Timea Ford. Exorion Shaimik Najir Golden. Danya Yvette Grady. Antonio Montana Graham. Nikael King Hampton. Khalil Jaden Tajay Harrison. Travis O'Neill Hawkins Jr. Joshua Allen Hayes. Charmel Janae Hill. Connor Aiden Hokut. Aaron Hopgood. Cyrus Cameron Ingram. Josiah Davion Johnson. Julian Dennis Kirkendall. Ureli Labrada Tepozatlan. Rashad Michael Lee. Roy Zanuck Lindsay. Kai Shailil Luna. Jacqueline Quinyao Liu. Oscar McDaniel Dixon, Jr. Khalil Keith McDowell. Nikaira Irisha Nale McKinnon. Alana Rochelle McMillan. Malachi Xavier McNeil. Layla Cheyenne Danae Mobley. Prince Devin Janadre Monroe. Malia Diamond Murphy. Jada Alexis Moraine. Jada Adriana Myrick. Israel King Owens. Joel Matthew Perigo. Brandy Renee Price. Hayden Sky Rollins. Alana Christina Ryan. Jacob Matthew Santos. Gareth Lee Shand. Diamond LaJoyce Shanice Smalls Roberts. Angel Love Smith. Jesse Giuseppe Southern. Dion LeVar Sykes. Shantae Kayla Thomas. Alexander Jafari Toby. Akira Mahogany Latrice White. Elliot Trevon Williams. Nathan Isaac Whitty. Ian Eugene Wooten. Thank you, Ms. Etchison. To our guests, after the turning of the tassel and the graduates proceed out of the Coliseum, please remain seated. Your graduates will be joining you shortly after they pick up their diplomas. No family members will be allowed in the graduate holding area. You can meet your graduate outside. Seniors, please rise. By the power vested in me by the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction and Cumberland County Schools, I now pronounce you graduates of Reid Ross Classical School. Graduates, graduates, you may turn your tassel.